Hi everyone, welcome to the inventory levels guide. In this quick little walkthrough, we're going to walk through some of the inventory levels that you have available to you in your Xoro system. So you've probably seen throughout the system that there's a lot of different inventory levels. So there's on hand, there's net available, there's ATS. So just to make sense of all these different inventory levels, we're going to walk through them briefly. So you're going to see them most commonly in some of the sales modules, definitely in your short inventory planner and your item inventory snapshot. So if you go into either the item inventory snapshot or short inventory planner help guide at the top right here, you're going to find an article that says what do all the inventory levels mean. So, or in your support, in your Xoro support, you'll find this article. And so basically this gives a detailed explanation of what all the inventory levels mean. But just to give you kind of a brief overview, um, your on hand is equal to your available plus your not available. So your available is actually that your non-damaged inventory that you have available to sell. Your not available is something that you'd mark from your available that's not that you don't want to sell. So either it's damaged or it's missing a part or something like that. So the equation here is your available plus your not available is equal to your on hand. Excuse me. And your on SO column is basically whatever you have on your sales order that's in a release status, so that's not partially shipped. And similarly, your on PO status is the same thing, but except on a purchase order. So whatever is on a released purchase order. Your ATS including PO is basically your available minus on SO. So whatever you have available to sell to you after your released uh, released sales order. And the including PO, that's actually going to include the PO. So this ATS including PO is your available minus on SO plus on PO, whereas ATS is simply available minus on SO. So that's basically what those ATS columns mean. Your net available is basically your available minus in picking, which is right here, or you're in on a wave or allocated. So in picking just means waived or allocated. So basically, let's say, for example, you have 66 here, but out of those 66, you've reserved for one of those for an order. So that means you have 65 truly available that you could actually waive over on separate orders. So that's your net available. And then you're in picking, that's you allocated or waived. And your in receiving is basically units that you have on an ASN. So that's basically units that you're expecting to receive soon. And again, in picking is again waived or units that you have on a wave. So that's kind of a brief overview of the inventory levels in the system. You can go over the article as well for a more in-depth explanation of all the inventory levels.